Everyone, welcome back to another video lesson. Go ahead and pause the video and just copy this for now, and once you've copied that down, go ahead and press play so you can copy the next part. Okay. Alright, so this video lesson is going to cover how to find the areas of parallelograms and triangles. So this is something that you've seen before, so it's going to be a review for all of you. So for example, for parallelograms, you can have an interior height, okay, or you can also have an exterior height, but it's still the height, okay. And for triangles, same thing. You can have an interior height, or you can have a right triangle. So in this case, I'll come back to this one in a moment. So this will be the height, and this will be the base, okay. Again, this one is the height, even though it's an exterior, and this will be the base of the parallelogram. For a triangle, I'm going to say just that this is H, okay, and this whole side of the triangle would be the base. If this is a right triangle, then the legs are the base and height. Okay. All right. So go ahead and so let me just do this real quick. Okay. So notice that the base and the height always meet at a right angle. Okay. So I'm just going to write down at a right angle here. And that's how you can tell which is the base and which is the height. So for this next section, go ahead and pause the video again and copy those two examples, and once you're ready, you can press play. Okay, so to find the area of a parallelogram, we use the following formula. Okay, so the area is equal to the base times the height. And something else, do not forget that when we find the area, it is always units squared. Okay, always. All right, so let's go over this example here. Whenever you have a problem, even in real life, you're gonna have to be able to separate the information that is helpful and the information that is not helpful. Okay, so in this case, notice you have 3 dimensions. Okay, so you have this one is 4, this one is 5, and that's 4.5. But the question is, which is the base and which is the height? Now, don't forget what I said here. The base and the height always meet at a right angle. So there's a right angle here. So that means this is the height of this parallelogram, and this is the base. So once we know that, we can just write down the formula. So the area equals the base times the height, and then substitute for each one of them. So the base is 5, and the height is 4. So then when we multiply 5 times 4, that is 20 inches, and it's unit squared, so it's going to be 20 inches squared. Okay, and that is the area of this parallelogram. On this next example, notice that we don't have this height. Okay, so this is an example of missing dimensions. Okay, so what if we're missing one of the dimensions? So in this case, this is no different than the previous problem. We still use the formula, the area equals the base times the height. But notice this one is a height and this is a base. Okay, but we're interested in finding this one. But if we use these 2 dimensions, that can help us find this dimension here. So the area is going to be equal to 13, which is the base, times 9, which is the height. Or the area is going to be equal to the base is 9.4, and the height is x, so we don't know that one, that dimension. Since these two are the same, the area for the same parallelogram, all we have to do is write this down as 13 times 9 equals 9.4x. Okay, and if you multiply 13 times 9, that is going to give you 117, and this is 9.4x. Now, since we're trying to find the value of x, we're going to divide by 9.4. So once you do this, then this gives you the approximate value of x to be 12.4. Okay, and this is two examples for how to find the area of parallelograms or rectangles. Go ahead and pause the video. Well, you don't have to pause. I'll just show you the next section so you can copy these examples. Okay, so you can start with, let's start with these, I guess with those two examples. Go ahead and pause the video, copy those examples, and then press play to continue the video lesson. Okay, so to find the area of the triangle, we use this formula, 1/2 the base times the height, or base times height divided by 2. Okay, so in this example, again, we have to be able to distinguish which is the base and which is the height. And we said that the height is always perpendicular to the base, which means to find the area of this triangle, okay, 1/2 the base times the height. So 1/2, and then the base is this one here because it's perpendicular. This is the height. So those two are perpendicular, so it's going to be 13.4 times 12.2. And when you enter this in your calculator, it should give you the following answer. So this is 81.74 feet square. And there is the area of this triangle. Okay. For the next triangle, notice that this is a right triangle, but again, this side is perpendicular to this one, so it doesn't matter which is the base and which is the height. Okay, but this is the hypotenuse, so that means we cannot use this one. So the area equals 1/2 base times height. So the base, I'm going to say the base is 4 and the height is 3. Okay, so 4 times 3 is 12. Half of 12 is 6. So the area is 6 kilometers squared. Okay, and on this next example here, this is area of composite figures. Okay, so as you can see, you have a triangle, a parallelogram, and another triangle. Okay, so to find the area of this composite figure, what we do is we say, okay, if I need to find the area, it's going to be the total area, and that is going to be equal to the area of this triangle plus the area of this parallelogram, and I'm going to say that this is a parallelogram, plus the area of this other triangle. Okay, but notice that these two triangles have the same dimensions. So once we find the area of one, we can find the area of the other. So let's start by finding the area of the triangle. The area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. Okay, so that is going to be equal to, again, it doesn't matter which is the base and which is the height. So 3 times 4, and we just did that one on the previous example. That is 12, so this is going to be 6. Okay, so the area of the triangle is 6. Now let's find the area of the parallelogram. So that one is going to be equal to base times the height. Okay, and so the base times the height on this one, the base is 4, the height is 6. These two are perpendicular, so then this is going to be equal to 4 times 6. So this equals, let's see, so that's 4 times 6, that should be 24 units. Okay, now to find the total area, the total area just equals 6 plus a parallelogram, that's 24, plus the other triangle. So 6 plus 24 is 30. 30 plus 6 is 36. So this will be 36 units squared. Okay, so that is the total area of this composite figure. Hopefully this will help you on the assignment. Okay, I'll see you guys on the next video lesson. Bye.